Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Well, I knew it was naive of me to call last month, January, our foundation month, except that there was just so many foundations released. As I kind of assumed, they're still kind of trickling in along with concealers. It looks like it's going to be complexion year, or certainly complexion 3 to 6 months at least. So today, let's look at another one. And I actually think it's a really good one for a bunch of you out there who are on the hunt for, we'll talk about it. This is the brand new One Size by Starrr Turn Up the Base Beauty Blur Balm Foundation. It comes in 18 shades and it's $33. I am going to do a demo of me wearing it and a little bit of a wear test along with a pinned comment about how it is wearing later on in the day. We're going to do some explaining and some talking about it. So let's talk about the product first, okay? This is a BBB cream. We'll talk about that in a moment. With, like I said, 18 shades, but they're stretchy shades and $33. I got the shade Light 3, and I think it's actually a really good match. I am wearing it here. This is just applied later on in the video. You'll see it a few hours later, but this is Light 3, and I think maybe a tad bit olive, but I did pretty well on it. Starrr's powder foundation, I could never get the right shade. I mixed two to get the right one, not because I couldn't decide, but I just literally had to make my own shade. So I was a little bit nervous, but this one is, I think, a pretty darn good match. So we're going to talk about what a BBB cream is, but the 18 stretchy shades here definitely promise to blur, hydrate, balance out skin tone into a soft, matte, buildable base. It can be applied to a light to medium by just touching on with some fingers and building out. It could be medium with a brush or full with a wet, wrung out beauty blender or sponge of your choice. It is meant to feel like a second skin, and I love this. Starrr uses a dessert analogy, a man after my own heart, saying it goes from whipped cream texture to meringue texture to marshmallow texture. I love that. And actually, it does seem to be true. There is no scent. Hallelujah. There is no scent. Thank you. And are you ready for a second hallelujah? There is no SPF. Thank you, Starrr. So that is a winner for so many of us who just can't stand the scent, and so many of you get migraines from scent and fragrance, so it is not in there. You will be happy to know. So we're going to go to the demo. I'm going to put down here when it starts. But for those of you curious about what a BBB cream is, well, those lines are being blurred. And even Starrr calls it a Beauty Blur Balm Foundation. So he does have the word foundation in there. So there's the BBB explained, Beauty Blur Balm. Comes from a play off of a BB cream, a CC cream. This all started for us when foundations were just foundations. And then Korean skincare got more and more popular, and we started seeing, and this is a while ago, ladies and gentlemen, BB creams and CC color correcting creams and things like that that were lighter in texture and had skincare ingredients. Generally also we saw different packaging. They had this squishy packaging rather than a glass with a pump. And the foundations were almost like the old generation and BBs and CCs. I gotta be honest with you. So Beauty Blur Balm is Starrr's kind of take on a BB cream. What does BB stand for? Any of those Bs. Bestie, whatever you want. So it's kind of a take on that, but he also has the word foundation in that. The lines have been blurred. Now we have foundations with skincare ingredients. Now we have foundations, for instance, the newest by Charlotte Tilbury, which are in a squeezy tube like that. So the lines have completely blurred, and including the fact that Starrr calls this a BBB cream foundation. So it's kind of, what he's trying to say is the application is nice and light, and there's skincare ingredients, and like I said, you know, it hydrates and it balances the skin out and all of these things that old foundations didn't used to do. But to be honest with you, those kind of differentiating characteristics don't really apply to our complexion products anymore. And some of you might take issue with that in the comments, and that's, I love the dialogue, but I'm kind of sticking to it. There's no real difference anymore. But I just wanted to talk to you about that. This is lovely, and I will give you a little hint. Those of you out there who just crave a really comfy, really pretty, medium to full foundation, You found your match in this one. We're going to try it on. You'll see the shade. I'm going to show it to you outside as well. And let me know what you think I did, how you think I did on the shade. Then we'll do a little bit of a check-in in a few hours and then another check-in in pinned comments below. So stay right there. Okay, so let's try this baby on. Now for very light coverage, Patrick Starrr recommends just putting on with the hands and moving out from the center. Medium coverage, a brush. And very, very heavy coverage or heavier coverage, a sponge. So let's shoot for the middle. I am a light to light medium, so maybe I should be with my fingers, but we will use, here it comes again. Oh, you guys are so, I don't blame you for being envious because this is such a good brush. It is the Wayne Goss 2021 holiday brush. I know, every time I bring it out, you guys go, stop, we want it. I know. Darn it, they didn't make enough. I wish I had more. But we are going to use that. Any kabuki style brush will give you medium coverage. And again, light to medium with your fingers. Or sponge for the heaviest. Okay, so you did see the consistency and you know there's no fragrance. And here it is again on my hand, if I could zero in that. I did cheat and put a little bit on my cheek earlier. I took it off now just to kind of see what we were dealing with here. It's a teeny bit maybe olive for me, but I think we're going to make it work. Okay, so here we go. There it is in a thicker consistency than I would generally like to wear it, but that's okay. This way we can really test it. And I'm going to definitely wear it for a bit, but also inform on the screen in editing or down below in comments. I'll probably tag a comment how it wears for the rest of the day. I will be able to leave it on all day today. It's early in the morning now in California. But that means tonight, on day of release, which is Wednesday, I will be able to comment tonight. I'll pin that. Okay, so that big smush that I put on my hand there was enough for my entire face. And I actually think we did get the color pretty accurately. And I will step outside right now and just show you that. Let's look at it right now outside in outdoor light with no brows done, no concealer, nothing like that. So that's what you're looking at right now. Is it outside? Just kind of in natural lighting and what that looks like. And then we're going to come back with some makeup on because that's the real test, right? And talk about what I think about this so far. That marshmallow thing doesn't seem to be so far off. Seems like it's pretty nice. Let's take a look. Okay, you are seeing me with my makeup on now. Let's talk about this foundation. I have been wearing it for 3 hours now. It is the 16th of February, Wednesday. If you are watching it right when this video is released, please look later for a pinned comment where I will let you know at about 8 hours of where we're at. Right now, let me tell you, this is a very true medium. And that is actually really nice. And this could definitely become full coverage. It would be hard to pull this off as light to light medium. I understand with the hands spreading out, you would have to use it very sparingly. To me, it's really at its happiest as a true medium or medium to full. Because of that, I am having a little bit of it go into the lines. I always have trouble around here, but I can kind of do that in the mirror and it's gone. And that's actually looking for a complaint. This is a very, very pretty product, especially for those of you who want a little bit more coverage. I didn't really feel like I had to put on a concealer once I put this on. I did add a concealer in, but I kind of didn't really feel the need for it. And had I maybe just dotted on a little bit in areas, it would have worked as a concealer as well, which is kind of a nice fluid look when your concealer can match your base product and kind of just become one lovely foundation for the rest of your makeup. So it's wearing very well. It's extremely comfortable. I do agree with that kind of whipped cream to meringue to marshmallow. I can get into a good dessert analogy like anyone else, I suppose. And it does definitely feel second skin. My only critique, and it is absolutely, to be honest, one that I'm searching for, is that it can kind of go into the lines just a little bit, maybe needs a touch up here or there, and if you powder it, which I don't like to do, but you could, and that would help. It looks like it would be good for all skin types. Doesn't include that pesky SPF. No scent. So really all good, especially for those of you that like medium to medium full. If you are a type who really prefers light or the light side of medium, then it's not for you. and that's just a preference. Seems to be a super good product, but I will definitely let you know by pinning a comment later tonight. If you're watching this video over the next few days, that pinned comment should be there already of what I think of it. I think a good product, I think a good price. If you are looking for that medium to full, this just might be your jam. Definitely let me know your thoughts. Did you order it? I think I did pretty good on the color. Let me know what you want me to compare it to, either in a response down below to you in comments, or if you need to see something visual over on Instagram. I am definitely here for you. So definitely leave a comment. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, which I sure hope that you did. And if you have not already done so, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. We got a lot more fun stuff coming up this month and in the months to come. So I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.